Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am bringing you guys a guide on how to use SMGs after the most recent Warzone update. So a lot of things were changed around in terms of attachments and the way that each gun works in Warzone, and this is going to go over what those changes mean and what you can use going forward and what we can expect to see from SMGs and obviously other weapon classes in general. Now hopefully this video will give you guys an overview of how you can use the SMGs, which ones are good for specific situations and why the changes have been made, and hopefully will improve your gameplay going forward. Now, if you are new to the channel and you would like to find your way back, make sure you do subscribe down below with notification bells on, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure you do drop a like down below, as it really does help me out. So let's talk about the SMGs in Warzone. With the latest update, what has happened is we've gone from seeing a double AR meta down to now more of an SMG AR, AR and sniper, sniper and SMG, and the classes have more distinct roles. We've seen an increase on damage range of the Black Ops snipers to bring them back into the player field. We've seen all of the movement speeds adjusted across the board to make SMGs play more like SMGs and ARs play more like ARs, instead of, you know, having that really close range fire build, which is still really good by the way, but it's just not quite as quick as the SMGs now, which is what Raven Software want to bring in, basically to make the classes play as they were intended to play and have more of a disparity between an SMG and an AR rather than them kind of overlapping. So what we can expect to see going forward in terms of this then is probably more defined classes, and by that I mean that the SMGs are going to be a lot faster, the ARs are going to be a lot slower but more accurate range, and obviously the snipers are going to be the slowest there along with the LMGs, but they're going to have a ton more range on the snipers and a ton more ammo and versatility with those LMGs, because you can build them for close range as well with no stock, that kind of thing. So there's a ton of different things you can do. Now specifically talking about the SMGs then here, so now what you will notice in between the classes themselves is each weapon plays a slightly different role. Now for this, for example, you saw the buff to the PPSH, and I say buff in loose terms. It's still not great, it's still not a very competitive weapon, it's not the meta, it's not what people are going to use every single time, but in certain situations it is a very good weapon. It now shoots a lot quicker, it's got a lot lower accuracy and a higher TTK at that really close range, which is really nice considering the mag size that it has and the mag size that you can put on as well. It's a really good weapon for that, and so that's its kind of specific role, and I feel going forward we're going to get those tailored more towards kind of where the playstyle is, what people are using. But you'll see this more in kind of like the MP5, so the Cold War MP5, fastest TTK from 10 to 15 meters and 0 to 10 meters in the game. So that first 15 meters you're very rarely going to be beaten by the Cold War MP5, providing you're hitting your shots obviously, and you know, basically meaning that you're hitting body shots and a couple of headshots in there. It's one of the best guns. You've then got the Modern Warfare MP5, again very good close range, but also has a little bit further range and the hip fire on it, which is really good. Slightly separate role even though it's the same kind of gun. Really cool. You've then got things like the LC10, where you've got an incredible medium, well, short medium range, sort of anywhere between 15 and 35 meters, where this gun really excels. Even up to 50 meters, this thing is really good. Fast TTK, high damage, very fast to crack people's armor at the very least, which is really nice, particularly if you're playing in squads, trios, duos, whatever, where you may have a team member who can crack them with the sniper, or you crack them with the LC10 and you're both shooting towards players. You're going to be getting these kills very quickly, which is really cool. So what you will notice is these defined classes then have sub-sections which each gun fills in. Now again, looking at things like the Bullfrog, this is higher ammo capacity, right? Close range weapon, so 0 to 30 is where it's going to be really good. And then, as we all know, if you're hitting those body shots, very fast TTK, but if you're whacking in a headshot or two, you're going to need at least 2 now to bring that TTK right down, but it has the fastest TTK in the game if you are able to hit 2 or more headshots within that 30 meter radius, basically meaning that if you're going to use that gun in a close range situation and you can accurately get headshots and body shots every time, you're not going to be beaten. So there's a ton of changes that have come around to stuff like that, and basically what it means is it's going to reward higher skill gap players. So those who are more accurate, those who are hitting more accurate shots onto the body and the head, those who are hitting more shots in general are going to have a much bigger chance of getting the kills, whereas before, with the Bullfrog, you know, you could kind of miss a few shots and it was still quite forgiving because you had the ADS strafe, you had enough ammo where you could spray it around. Now, if people hit more shots than you, regardless of what weapon they're using, they're going to kill you first, and that's really good, because it has, you know, changed the skill gap a lot, changed the skill ceiling, and it's nice to see that we've now got a slightly different emphasis on hitting your shots and making sure that you are as accurate as possible with headshots and body shots rather than just limbs and wherever you can shoot, and that is a really cool feature. So if you guys have seen a drop off in TTKs from some weapons that are still considered meta, It's because limb shots are now less effective on most weapons. Body shots are now much more emphasized, along with headshots on things like the Bullfrog and the LC-10. So the meta weapons at the moment have really got emphasis on that, and that is where you're going to be able to pick up the extra damage, extra kills, and obviously make sure that you can secure in those dubs more often. So hopefully this video has helped you guys understand where the new update has come from in terms of what it's doing to the classes of weapons, what it does to the SMG specifically, and as I say there, Bullfrog, MP5s, LC-10, MAC-10 for maneuverability. They all have kind of their own different classes there, which makes them really, really good. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you do drop a like down below. Any comments, just do leave them in the comments section below this video as well. If you've got any questions, anything like that, leave them down below. And if you are new to the channel, please do help me out in reaching 1.5k. We're super, super close, so it'd be much appreciated. And that's it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and peace.